The first brand approach is diversification. Unilever's House of Brands strategy allows it to operate in multiple categories such as personal care, food and beverages, and household products. This diversification spreads the company's risk as turndowns in one market can be balanced by successes in another. The second success is brand recognition. Unilever's portfolio includes many well-established and recognized brands, which can provide a sense of trust and credibility to consumers. These brands often have a strong history and customer loyalty. A third example is market penetration. With a diverse range of brands, Unilever can penetrate various markets and regions, capitalizing on different cultural preferences and regional needs, as well as a flexible portfolio, since Unilever can adapt its brand portfolio to changing market conditions and consumer trends. We are now going to talk about the consequences of having a house of brands strategy. At first, you can encounter brand management complexity. Sometimes, managing a large portfolio of individual brands can be quite complex and challenging, and it can lead to brand cannibalization. There is a risk that brands within the portfolio may compete with each other for market share. A third consequence can be resource allocation. Sometimes, determining how much money should be spent on each brand can be quite juggling. We are now moving on to an example of a branded house. In this case, we're going to talk about FedEx. And we will firstly start talking about the pros of using a branded house strategy. It brings a strong brand recognition. Since FedEx is a globally recognized brand, and using it across various services, it can lead to increasing brand awareness and trust. Secondly, the company can save big on marketing and advertising expenses for subsidiary services. Thirdly, customers who use one FedEx service may be more inclined to try another as they already trust the brand. And lastly, a branded house approach can lead to a consistent brand image and messaging. Now we're moving on to the consequences of a branded house strategy. If FedEx offers too many diverse services under one brand, it could risk overextension, diluting the brand's identity and confusing customers. Sometimes, negative experiences with one subsidiary can potentially harm the overall brand reputation. Also, a branded house approach may limit the ability to create distinct, tailored brand identities for different services. And lastly, customers may find it confusing to differentiate between the various services under a single brand.